Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, June 26th, 2025. And here are some of today's trends in the news. And remember, the trend is your friend. And the Trends Journal, put your money where your mind is. Gabish? They're giving you what nobody else in the world is giving you. No Trends magazines out there. Oh, it's a trend magazine. Oh, this is the latest style. That's not trends. That's just bullshit. So subscribe to the Trends Journal if you want to read history before it happens. We're telling you what in the world is going on, what's next, what it means, and what you might want to do. So on to the markets. Woof! Boom, bada bing, bada bum. They're way, way up there. Yep. Keep moving higher. Because of the liar, and we'll get to the liar and why they're moving higher in just a minute. The S&P 500 up 0.8% today. Yep, putting it a few points away from an all-time high that it hit in February. What happened in February? It's up more than 27% from its interlow day in April. Oh, you mean April when the trade war was going to happen? That never happened. Again, a liar. The NASDAQ hit a new record, up 1%. Dow up 404 points. And this is what they wrote in CNBC. Stocks rose to their highs of the session after White House spokesperson, some bullshit artist, Caroline Levitt, played down the July tariff deal deadlines that have been looming over the market. Quote, the deadline is not critical, just more bullshit from the president. Oh, no, she didn't say that. Perhaps it could be extended. But that's the decision the president will make. El Presidente, I am in charge. I tell you and the world what to do. Could you believe this fucking bullshit? Could you believe this fucking bullshit that we got a dictator one after another running our country? Oh, you forgot dead in his fucking mind, Biden? Oh, you love the genocide Joe, don't you, huh? Hey, send more money to Ukraine. Get to work, you scumbag plantation workers of Slavelandia. I want your money to give to the military-industrial complex. I'm a little fucking piece of shit. I'm your president. I only got 5 draft deferments, but boy, do I love war. Couldn't fight my way out of a paper bag, but I'll send other people to go fight and die. America. Anyway, going back to the markets. Yep, Levett's comments further validated a main reason behind the surprising comeback from the market lows in April, that President Donald Trump would never actually implement on his Liberation Day tariffs that he announced in April and eventually pushed off after they sent the markets reeling. Again, another day of Trump bullshit. Quote, the markets are looking forward, seeing lower interest rates, less regulations in the banking sector. Yeah, going on and on, this guy. Managing partner of Harris Financial. Yep. Anyway. Brent crude, it's only at $68 a barrel, down from the high last week. What was it? $80. Gold flat, Bitcoin doing well, 107K, 600. Yep, $107,600. And markets are going up. Everything is so shiny bright. Oh, new home sales fell 13.7% in May. You fucking kidding me? Yep. Yep. What else? Oh, mortgage rates stifle prices. Huh, okay. Oh, consumer confidence fell in June. Let's see. The Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index fell 90 to 93 from 98.4 in May. Yep. The Wall Street analysts, the Wall Street Journal, were expecting it to improve to 99%. The survey's labor market differential fell to 11.1%. On and on. Everything down. Let's see. What else they have here? In June, consumers also turned more pessimistic about the future business conditions. In June, 16.7% say expect business conditions to improve. That's it. 16.7. It was almost 20% in May. And as that guy said, markets are going up. Crisis era bank capital rules eased. Yeah, you don't need all that money. Yeah, you don't have to, won't worry about the losses. Don't worry about the banks going bust. Don't worry about the office building bust. And so one of the Fed heads guys, one of the Fed guys, Barr, said that this proposal significantly increases the risks of big banks. Yep, the banksters are running the show. Old story, different time. Yeah, cover your Trends Journal back. When's this? 2012. Got it? Got it? Nothing's changed. Oh, by the way, where's the Pope? Hey, where's the Pope? You got lockjaw Popey dope. How come you're not coming out against the slaughter going on in Gaza? Oh, I'll give you the numbers, how many they killed yesterday. I mean, that's just... Yep. And what else do we have here? Hybrid cars filling a gap in auto sales. We've been writing about this in your Trends Journal for years, saying that hybrids are going to be a big, big seller. They're cheaper than electric, and they give you more benefits. Smaller batteries, more mileage, and you go either way. Tesla's EU sales slumped in May. No kidding. Said it was going to happen, and it's happening now. What else? There's an article in the toilet paper record. Revive manufacturing. Factories can't fill jobs. About 400,000 U.S. production positions remain vacant. The country's going to shit. Look what the people look like. People don't want to work. I cannot tell you how many restaurateurs I know that can't find people to work. And now, again, like it or not, approve or disapprove, we had all this cheap labor over here. We had all these migrants. We wrote about it as it was happening. That's why they wanted to come in, for all the cheap labor. And now you don't have them. And the American people, a lot of them don't have that work attitude anymore. Very serious. So, article again in the toilet paper, promises aside, growth through tax cuts has really panned out. We wrote about this in your Trends Journal when Trump passed the Tax Act back in 2017, spewing out his bullshit that these big tax breaks he was going to give to the big corporations, they'd use that money for capital improvements, meaning that they would spend more money in product development and manufacturing in the country. They didn't. It was the biggest year in 2018 of stock buybacks. And year after year, president after president, from Reagan, one after another, is showing how this is a big fucking fraud. If I were president, and when Judge Napolitano becomes president, he may be against it, but I'm all for it. I want to go back to the tax rates they used to have for the multi-millionaires back when Eisenhower was president. I want to see the Buffetts, the Bezos, the Trumps, the Gates, the Zuckerbergs, I want to see a 90% tax for them and lower it for the rest of us. Stress Generation Z spends less. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Yep. Got no dough, living at home. Conference Board Consumer Confidence Index deteriorated by 5.4% in June. You know what? It's at 93. In 1985, it was 100. Consumer confidence weakened in June, erasing almost half of May's sharp gains, they reported. June's retreat in confidence was shared by all groups and almost all incomes, except, of course, the Bezos, his wife with the fake tits, man. Holy shit. Anyway. Yep. Consumers' outlook on stock prices continue to recover. Yep. And what else they have here? 19% of consumers said business conditions were good, down from 21.4% in May. 15.4% said business conditions were bad, up from 13.7% in May. And it goes on in your Trends Journal. Okay. As I said, where's the Pope? Got lockjaw? Oh no, I'm going to the Chicago White Sox game and wear a baseball cap. And again, all these Seventh-day Adventists waiting for the 8th day. Quakers dying in earthquake. All your bullshit religious clowns that pretend that you believe in your God. Where the hell are you? Oh, the hell are you? That's where you are, in hell. Israel ramps up strikes on Gaza, killing 103 Palestinians in the last 24 hours. 103. Destroying the place. The people are starving in front of everybody's eyes. And who gives a shit? And that's in antiwar.com, David DeCamp. Again, looking at both sides of the story, and I don't know which one to believe, just to make this 1,000% clear. Iran portrays ceasefire as victory for its military. We don't know, but that's what they're saying. And the mainstream media in the United States is a separate story. They say that they demolished the nuclear plants. Others say they didn't. Don't know what it is. We don't know the facts. Pure and simple. And again, we go to all the news sites that we can. Several in Tehran, Iran, several in Israel, several in the Arab nations, several in European nations, several dozen in the United States, and we can't find the truth. It just keeps going back and forth. Trump says Netanyahu's corruption trial should be canceled. Yeah, could you imagine this? Bibi Netanyahu, he wrote on his Truth Social, No Truth Social, Wednesday evening, Bibi was a warrior, like perhaps no other warrior in history. He wrote, a warrior? Hey, a warrior? Killing people? I just killed 100 and how many Palestinians? A warrior? 103 Palestinian civilians killed. The number's like up to 56,000. And when you look at Lancet numbers, it's well over 100,000 dead. Over 70% women and children. Yep. Such a witch hunt, he said, for a man who has given so much, it's unthinkable to me. Of course, you don't fucking think. That's why it's unthinkable to you. Bibi Netanyahu's trial should be canceled immediately, in all caps. Or pardon given to the great hero. Hey, remember the bullshit that the scumbag, low-life prostitutes sold? About how Netanyahu and Trump were at odds with each other. Remember how they sold that bullshit as they ramp up the war against Iran? How they kiss each other's ass and suck up each other's crap? Yep. A great hero. Could you imagine? Again, Netanyahu tried to pass the Judicial Reform Act in 2023. 39 weeks of protest, big protests going on, and Isaac Herzog, the president of Israel, said there was a civil war going on. And he did this so he wouldn't have to go to jail or go brought up on his charges. This is disgusting. Trump compares, you ready for this? Talking about disgusting. Iran strikes to Hiroshima. Speaking at The Hague on Wednesday, Trump said, I don't want to use an example of Hiroshima. I don't want to use an example of Nagasaki. But that was essentially the same thing. That ended the war. This ended the war. If we didn't take that out, that wouldn't have been. They'd be fighting right on. You have some great reporters, but you have some scum. Yeah, that's right. Prostitutes. The scumbags that suck up to your shit. Pointing a finger at CNN, they're bad people, he said. They're sick. It's a little language, this fucking guy. And people don't like language when I tell the truth. But he could call him scum and you suck up to him. He could say fuck and you like to get fucked by him, right? Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine mentioning Hiroshima and Nagasaki? No, that did not end the war. The war ended before that happened. And a murderous little prick, Truman, killed over 250,000 innocent people, bombed the churches. Well, the war was over. And that's the kind of crap that they use. We have sick people running the world. It's been going on forever. Like I say, what's your favorite war? You like the Peloponnesian War? No, I like the 100-Year War. Oh, the War of Roses was so lovely. Again, I launched Occupy Peace. I'm a warrior for the Prince of Peace. And if you want to donate occupypeace.com. NATO agrees to a major increase in military spending, pleasing Trump. Could you imagine this? German defense budget to rise 2/3. Germany to spend record amount on its military. Oh, and some money in the infrastructure. Germany, Heil Hitler. The Germans said, well, you like World War One? No, I like World War II better. Yeah. Spending more money on defense than in a recession for 2 years. Economies are going down. They're ramping up defense spending. Where's the outrage of the people in Europe? Cowards all over the world. Yep, except for a handful of us. And again, it does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority, keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men, said Samuel Adams. They had an election in New York City, a Democratic guy to run for mayor. Wall Street frets over prospect of socialist NYC mayor Zohran Mamdani. Mamdani's campaign was, up until a few weeks ago, a long shot on Poly Market, which predicted the outcome of the 2024 presidential election. Cuomo had odds as high as 92.5%. Very important what happened. Again, it's not what you like, what you want. I don't think this guy ain't my guy. He's 33 years old. You don't know shit at that age. I've been there. I just started growing up around 32. The guy's a nobody. But he's saying things, I'm going to give you free bus rides, lower rents, on and on and on. And he's getting the young vote. And most importantly, he didn't have the money that that Wall Street gang gave to Cuomo. And he won because of what they did on social media. And he got young people to turn out to vote. Will he win will be another story. And by the way, he's against genocide. So bravo for him on that. And New York City has a very heavy Jewish population, which shows you how many Jewish people, like all my friends, are totally opposed to what Israel is doing. Yep. Cuomo's luck on Wall Street was all but taken for granted. He had loud backing from billionaire figures such as Bill Ackman, Bill Fuckman, Loeb and former Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Yep. This is very serious what happened there. Something to watch and something to detail. And the other important point of it is the people are tired of the establishment. They're looking for a new direction. And that's why I believe in Judge Andrew Napolitano as president. And as president, his role, as I see it, will be what he's best at doing, which is knowing what the Constitution represents and the Bill of Rights, to give us back our freedom, to get the government out of our lives. And then we bring in other people that are experts in other fields. You bring in top economist people, not people that want to just make money. They don't want to make money. They want the best for the country. You bring in people on the geopolitical end that don't want war, they want peace. We could change this world if America changed. And we have to stop this warmongering garbage that's spewing out of the mouth of one little fucking president after another. Again, Truman, Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson. The Bushes, Obama, Clinton, Carter. Oh, yeah, Carter. You remember Carter? Yeah, taught us to hate the Iranians, or gave us Mujahideen with that guy Brzezinski, that arrogant, may he rot in hell fucking prick. We got to stop them Russians up there in Afghanistan. Oh, you mean Al Qaeda now? One scumbag president after another. Low-life piece of shit. We need a new way, and this little boy of nothing is showing how it can be done. And we, the people, could change it. No billionaire money. Everybody that believes in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, donate what you can. If we had a free election, and you can wipe these guys out. Yep. 80 million people go vote for somebody? Oh, 80 million people. What if 80 million people gave $100 each? All right? Nothing. You can win it like that. And again, with this guy, like him, hate him, doesn't make any difference. Very important to watch. Stay tuned to it, and we'll be writing more about it. Check out the interview I did yesterday with Judge Napolitano. No cat like him, nowhere, anywhere, in my belief, to be president of the United States. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, support the Trends Journal because we're supporting you. Get history before it happens. We're helping you prepare, prevail, and prosper in these times ahead. We're giving you what nobody else has given you. Remember, the trend is your friend, so put your money where your mind is. Thank you.